Welcome to Bounty of the Week, Session 2, Chapter 2, Face Off. And we have an amazing adventure ahead for tonight. We've got some great players and their characters. I just want to go over a few few business things first. This is part of the Gauntlet community, which is a fantastic community online. Gauntlet.com, I believe, is the base for that. And we have some things to go over, some safety tools real quick. Tools of the table, you can find it on gauntlet-rpg.com, tools of the table. We're going to be using any number of these. The X card, which can be used to X something out. The open door policy, where if there's something you're uncomfortable with, you can leave. There are also lines and veils, which we'll be going over in a little bit. And there are other tools out there as well as script change and whatnot. So we're going to be playing Bounty of the Week, which is basically for bounty hunters in the Star Wars universe. And this takes place about a year after the Galactic Civil War or Return of the Jedi movie. And we're in this interesting era where the Empire is falling, the rebellion is transitioning to the New Republic, gangsters are sort of kind of out there trying not to draw too much heat, and we have bounty hunters who are managing to make a life for themselves in amongst all this chaos. And so what I'd like to do is just have everyone introduce themselves, their names, their pronouns, and give a quick summary of their characters, and then we will go and get our newest player, Sam, integrated in with the rest of the cast. Tony is not with us this week. He played a knight, and Sam will be playing the trainee playbook. So we'll go ahead and do Rich, Sabine, Brian, and Sam.
Hey, I'm Rich. You're actually watching my YouTube channel because I'm helping out. Use the he, him pronouns, and I will be playing my character from last time, who's called Ark, because he was an ARC trooper during the Clone Wars. He was a clone trooper who was put on ice, put in carbonite, freezing for future plans that never happened because the Clone Wars ended. And then he missed the whole Empire, the whole thing. All the rise of the Empire, the whole last he knew, Palpatine looked like a normal old dude. Was no such thing as the Empire. We had a Senate, all that good stuff. He was brought out of carbonite freezing very recently and met up with Quake. And then everything was history after that.
Awesome. Sabine?
I know I'm muted. I'm not anymore. Sorry. Hey, I'm Sabine. I will be playing Quake, or CG5713, who is an old clone. He fought in the Clone Wars, performed Order 66, and then deserted. And now he's had an eventful life, to say the least. And now he's met up with this baby clone, and he's not very sure what to do about him, or with him, or what he'd say. And I feel that they haven't talked much because there's a huge elephant in the room, and Quake hasn't addressed it yet.
Awesome. And we'll go over to Brian, the captain of the Wraith. This is a ship that you guys fly around on.
Yeah, I'm Brian, he, him, playing Oligo, and he's a blue Mon Calamari expert, captain of the Wraith, and also has his protocol droid AG trailing along that he built out of a bunch of different parts that he was able to piece by piece steal from previous employment.
Awesome. Great. And then we've got our new player. We've got Sam. Hey, Sam.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sam, he, him. I'm going to be playing Grukwukwo, who you have all nicknamed Gunk because it's a whole lot easier to say. He's a Doug trainee, very, very young bounty hunter. Probably wasn't actually assigned to this mission and probably was just kind of a stowaway, and you found him way too late to kick him off the ship, and now you're just stuck with him.
Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a step out of the story where we left off last time. We will do a quick recap. Um, but what I wanted us to do is finish up the histories and kind of talk about our character dynamics. I know that we've got a spreadsheet online that is awesome. And let's go ahead and finish that by looking over the characters. And Sam, I think we'll just have you do 2 histories. So just pick 2 characters. I know that you have a history with the ship, which sounds like you've been on a ship like this before, working with Twi'lek, I believe. Is that what you wrote?
Yeah, so I wrote that I totally had an awesome adventure on this kind of ship. I totally wasn't using it as a getaway from Mandalore, where I got into trouble, and there happened to be a Twi'lek ship, and that's how I got off the planet.
Okay.
So I kind of know this ship structure inside and out. I spent a lot of time on there.
Perfect. So what are some of the relationship history questions that you would like to explore with the other crew members?
Are we going off of the ones on the sheet?
Yeah, so you have
So-
the trainee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that I would definitely be suspicious of Ark, because one of the things that I kind of established in the rumors section that
Uh-huh.
you asked me about was that my
Mhm.
first contract was taking out an ARC trooper.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow.
This was completely without knowing who that you were an ARC trooper. So
That's hilarious.
Okay.
I totally think that you're a bit suspicious of them, or initially rivals. Either one of those works. Do you have an opinion on that, Rich?
Ark would probably go rivals if Gunk let it slip that he killed an Ark trooper, definitely. But if it was just a thing where Gunk was suspicious, then Ark would ignore him because he's a Doug.
Okay.
So what do you prefer?
Let's stick with suspicious for now, and then if it comes up, then
All right,
Okay.
rock
then
on.
I like
All right.
seeing how that moves from there.
And what's another one?
And then
None of these are well suited for stowaways.
yeah. Well, I mean, I would have.
Yeah.
I'm still part of the guild. I
Yeah.
just wasn't technically assigned to the mission.
Sure.
Maybe I stowed away because Oglio is the type of bounty hunter that I aspire to be.
Yeah, that was the one that was speaking to me too for this. So this is your opportunity to
Oligo, yeah.
I don't know if it's to impress him or what, but to get close to him anyways. Awesome. All right. Okay, and then I feel that is there anyone else that has a history that you would like to establish with Gunk?
I mean, I'm putting in that they are your apprentice.
Perfect. And then let's have everyone read the history with the ship who hasn't, and what's your answer for that?
I totally meant to spend some time thinking about that.
So we know that Ark has a coffin bed in the cargo area, and we know that Quake believes that something bad happened, and Quake told Trine, who's no longer with you right now.
I might tell Ark, but we can have a scene maybe later.
Yeah,
the two of us. And
I actually want to do sort of a flashback downtime scene with everyone. We were kind of delayed last session because of technical issues, so kind of want to give us a little bit more time to do some RP. Anything coming to mind, Brian?
As far as my history with the ship?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the one I picked was that the Wraith was there for me. What was happening to the Wraith was there for me when no one else was or could be. How did you cope with a troublesome situation, and which other hunter bonded with you during this time? I wonder if there was some other crew members who were on the ship with me previously, who were no longer with us, who, you know, some job went bad. And so it was just me and the Wraith briefly before this new crew joined.
So of the new crew, who do you feel that Oligo has maybe found a connection?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember all the different.
Trying to remember what different species from Star Wars.
No, just remember what interactions, what the history is with the other. I think it seems like it's probably Quake.
Cool. Yeah, 'cause in your history, Quake convinced you to let a bounty go so they could be recruited by their agency.
Right.
So I feel like there's some sort of pull there. Awesome. Does that work for you, Sabine?
sure. I mean,
Okay.
I think Quake is somebody who's pretty easy to bond with, really, because he's used to being part of a crew and part of a team. And he's not the kind of guy who usually takes charge if he doesn't have to. So
And also has probably lost a lot of people that they served besides, which is not something Oligo had a ton of experience with. You know, so that might have been part of why Quake was a good person to bond with over there.
Yeah.
Cool.
That makes sense.
So before we jump into some questions and things I have, so make sure we cover lines and veils. So one of those was supposed to be torture. And I want to make sure that if torture comes up again, if none of us remembers, hopefully someone will, we'll flag that and then we'll just cut. Were there any other issues or things like spiders or anything that we should try to avoid? If that changes, please let me know and we'll work our best around that.
Yeah,
Cool.
well, sexual violence and coercion.
Exactly.
I think that was in our lines last time. And I added then torture by PCs as a line.
Yeah. So let's work on that. Okay. Any questions on the rules at this point? No? Okay. Again, this is a play test of the system. I am not a well-versed Powered by the Apocalypse GM, so please, any suggestions, any comments like that, please let me know. All right. So with that in mind, I'm just going to do sort of a recap. Feel free to jump in and supply things. You were on Bespin. Last we knew, there was sort of a cliffhanger situation. You were in the midst of a heist. You were going to steal your bounty. While he was prepped for surgery, you'd already taken out the medical droid. And it seemed like things were going very, very calm, cool, easily. You kind of had this logistics set up. Ark was just sort of standing guard outside, seeing that stormtroopers were new and different. They had different humans inside of them. Their captain had plugged that virus that was on your ship into the crate where there was a droid for hire droid inside. Anything else that I'm missing at this point?
I think I was trying to replace the medical assistant for this
Okay.
game.
That's totally. Because you have that experience with medicine. So everything is just going really, really well. So one of the things that I sent out today was a question, basically, as the crew, as the hunters are doing this up in command and control, kind of like off screen, the sensors on Cloud City go off. Something is approaching the city. Does anyone have a suggestion over what that might be? That sort of complicates your easy life.
Pirates.
Pirates.
Well, could be some Black Sun Syndicate guys.
Black
Yes.
Sun, Weequay pirates, like
Yeah.
Hondo, but
Oh, Weequay pirates are always fun. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
I do not have the coolness of the Hondo in me yet.
I don't either. Only that voice actor is as cool as Hondo.
Okay, so yes, or we're just going to go with it. There's a general alert within command and control that Black Sun pirates are basically going to land their small fleet at Cloud City. There is a small battalion of stormtroopers, and there's a very junior officer in charge right now, Imperial, what's left of that. So so basically we see this scene of this small fleet basically telling command and control that we will be docking with you in less than 10 minutes, and the officer's kind of freaking out and trying to get his troops ready to receive this unwarranted visitation. All right, so where do we see Gunk at this point? Is he like emerging from a cargo bay? Like where? How do we see him come onto the screen?
Is the rest of the group on the Wraith ship at this point, or have they gone off to?
No, they're all away.
So
yeah, they've gone off to get their next bounty.
I like the idea that Gunk had gone into the control center for the Wraith and had also seen this kind of incoming transmission come in, and so now I'm freaking out. So
what if I kind of see you're like on one of those platforms like the Falcon was in The Empire Strikes Back, and you actually see the fleet, and maybe you overhear the chatter on the comms, but you're like our point of view for the audience, and you see this large fleet that looks a little bit shot up coming in for emergency landing.
Okay.
Awesome. And I established in the prior session that you all have like an earpiece or something so you can communicate unless Quake turns on the jammer that you have with you.
No, not in the middle of a mission. That would be rather foolish.
Right. Well, you have the jammer to prevent a remote detonation. So there you go. Okay. So who would like to go next?
Maybe could we just have a little scene where we see where everybody is, because I don't know where everybody is.
Yeah. So go ahead and restate it. And then I'm going to set this up a little bit kind of like before the credits roll, and then I'm going to have us do a downtime scene.
Okay, cool. So I think where I am is I am at the surgeons, and I am trying to prep the operation. Now I'm a battlefield medic, so I am not a plastic surgeon medic, but hey, it's almost always the same thing. And I also have probably no great idea about how to treat the species. I might have read up on it, but this is not my usual. I'm usually treating humans or human-like beings.
We don't need to treat him, right? We're just like waiting for him to be
No,
unconscious.
but I have to be. I have to pretend to be a medic, so I have to
Right.
pretend to be capable in this.
So I see like he's got like holographic markings on him, like where you do the cuttings and everything, and he's got like the gown and all that. So he's obviously nervous. Most people don't like going into surgery, but he's lying on the hover gurney, on the table, and is like just sort of looking at you expectantly, like everything that's going to go on, and just sort of trembling a little bit. Hands are like have a lot of these hollow markings all over him.
Well, I think I'm telling him, no, I'm going to put you under now, and I'm fixing everything, and then I'm letting go of the whole solution. And as he drifts off, I say, may the force be with you.
His three eyes like look at you in a funny way as he starts drifting off. Okay. Who's next?
Well, Oligo is at the this container that had the what do we call it? Just a bodyguard droid, I guess. That was
are you
hired by our target to defend him, and he was trying to.
He was hired through a droid rental program, and it's a super battle droid is inside, and you've uploaded the virus to it.
Right. I at least attempted. I guess we don't know how successfully, but attempted to sabotage that defense.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you think you've completed that? There's some lights blinking on the crate. I guess we'll see how that goes. Cool. All right. Anyone else? Ark?
Well, Ark's kind of playing sniper lookout. So is he in a position where he would see the arrival of the Black Sun? Yeah, that would probably be a thing he'd react to. Okay.
Of course. So, there's like a window up there that, some of the light from the local star shines through. It's a little obscured at first, and it might think like it's a cloud, and then there's like the silhouette of the ships, and then you see that there's a whole fleet of them. And I don't know if your character, you can decide, is familiar with the Dark Sun insignia or not, but you see this fleet that looks kind of beat up. There's like smoke coming out of it, whatnot. It's definitely heading towards Bespin, but not at attack speed.
Okay. Ark would get on the Kong and Quake. I know you've got your own thing going on here, but a Black Sun are arriving. If we can pick up the pace.
He's under expletive.
Good. Okay.
I think that's probably about the point where Ark looks down the hallway and sees Gunk running down the hall up to him.
Sorry, just to set this in place. Is Ark on the ship, or is he at the surgeons?
No, he's standing guard. But
okay.
As soon as Gunk sees this fleet coming in, he's running out of the ship. He thinks he's gonna warn people and completely forgets that there's a comm system. And
so basically, it sounds like you go running over there to where Ark is in his sniper position.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's definitely a rookie thing to do. Is give away the sniper position.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect. Good.
Yeah, that's not going to go well at all. But I've got to warn him.
Yeah. So you go to warn your team. Perfect. We'll cut there. The credits roll. I'm going to take a step back in time before we arrive on planet Bespin, and just get to know the characters a little bit more, right? So there technically is a downtime move that I had in there. All right. And let's see. So basically, how this is read off is when your hunters spend time relaxing after a job or cooped up in your ship a while, traveling between stars, each player describes how they spend their downtime and shows a short scene or vignette related to it. The keeper or another player not in the scene may ask you some questions about your downtime. Answer them if you. One of the options is work on a personal project, mark 1 tick on it. The second option is confront another hunter or passenger with a grievance or disagreement. You each may write a hook related to the outcome. And the third option is spend time getting closer to the hunter. You may choose to heal 1 stress or have a +1 forward with that hunter. So mostly I'm concerned about just kind of getting into character more than the mechanical benefits at this point. But does anyone have an idea in mind that they think would be of interest to showcase your character or your relationship with another hunter?
I think a good way to get go kind of involved would be to show a training session, maybe with Oligo.
Yeah, so what does that look like?
So I'm not 100% sure on what Oligo would want to teach kind of a trainee. Do you have some feedback on that? Why would the guild assign me to you specifically?
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, it might actually, it may look more like Oligo's droid is teaching you, because it is kind of a librarian instructor droid. But I think Oligo is definitely like, is there putting in his, his 2 cents.
Okay, so this is definitely a keep the headstrong newbie in line, get him some, make him actually read something for once.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
So,
I mean, Oligo's got, the instructor droid, he's got like an extensive library. So yeah, if you've got any, but he's also like self-taught. So it could be a good combination of just like getting this inexperienced in both just some book learning and also practical, like School of Hard Knocks type education.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
So like,
I didn't think about Oligo being like instructor bounty hunter, but he's actually a pretty good fit for that.
Yeah, so there's just to actually turn it into a scene. What if? How far back are we going? Are we going all the way back to the guild? So I think going back to before we were even on a ship, just like I like the scene of Gunk with a book in front of him, totally not paying attention to what's in the book and just kind of looking around and trying to find anything to distract him from what's going on. And Oligo kind of walking around, reading as he's kind of pacing back and forth through this room. And I think maybe you get called away to go on a mission or something. Maybe it's this mission, and you get called away, and I immediately stand up to go with you, and you just point me back down and say, nope, you're staying here. And so I take the book with my weird hands and just like slam it back on the table, lean back in my chair, and just kind of glare at you as you leave the room.
That work for you both?
Yeah, I think it's just something along the lines of like, at this point, you're more of a liability than an asset. You've got a lot to learn before I'm going to trust you watching my back.
Awesome. Does anyone else have ideas for a scene with another character or vignette?
Yeah, I have an idea for a scene.
Okay.
I need to talk to Ark, I guess.
Oh, do you? Okay, good.
Yeah, maybe a little. I guess this is I'll come down to your chamber. It's called a chamber. That
Yeah,
chamber.
he only goes there to sleep, so you would probably find him in the hull, just pulling off panels, cleaning, wiping them down, like the military clean everything. Stay active, idle hands is a devil's workshop type idea. So he would be prying open one of the panels in the hull when he sees you.
Yeah, so I'll come by and look at what you're doing, and yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, I need to talk to you.
He shoves the panel back in place, checks to make sure the seal is perfect, and then stands back up, wipes his hands. Right. What is it, Quake?
It's complicated. Let's sit down somewhere and have a drink or something.
Oh, all right. What do you say, sir?
Well, I'm not sir. You know that. I'm a deserter.
Well,
And I only was a trooper myself, so never had any rank. Was an ARC trooper, for sure.
Well,
Maybe I should call you sir.
I've read my history, and I know that we were on the wrong side. If there was a right side. But
yeah, it's complicated. So, since you've read your history, do you know what do you still have the chip?
the what?
Okay, so you haven't read that far. You know about Order 66, right? What happened there?
No. No. What I read was Imperial records. They weren't very clear on any orders. What? That sounds. What is it?
Sit down. Sit down. We're not doing this standing up here in the hallway. I'm not explaining that in the hallway.
Ark's normally pretty calm. He's been trained to be in combat, but this seems to be unsettling. There's something about the gravity of Quake's cadence, the way that Quake is dealing with him. So he'll head over and have a seat. I don't know if there's chairs down in here, but there's a place where he can just kind of sit on a work table.
Or a crate or something, yeah.
Yeah. I like that, like a little crate.
Yeah. Okay, so all of us at our birth were implanted with biochips anyway. They were supposed to make us more disciplined, but they also had some very funny side effects, like they made us susceptible to certain orders. And when one order was given, Order 66, we would just go and do it. It just bypassed everything, every experience, every feeling we had, just obey it. And that Order 66, I don't want to say it to you actually, because I don't know what hell happened, but it caused us to destroy the Jedi. All of them. Almost all of them.
I thought that Darth Vader destroyed the Jedi.
No, he destroyed. Let's not go what he did. He destroyed the future of the Jedi, but we destroyed the Jedi. I got the order and I killed my Jedi. And I didn't want to. I liked her. She was a friend. But I could not obey.
And that's why they're all dead? Darth Vader and what we did?
Yeah.
Carabast.
That's why we were created, I think.
No, we were?
Yeah. I know it's tough to hear that. Sorry, but somebody had to tell you.
If you saw a Jedi now, what would you do?
If I took the chip out,
Oh,
I'd do nothing. I mean, nothing I wouldn't want to do. But you still have it in you. And at one point in time, we need to get it out of you.
are you sure? I was created late in the war. Perhaps I don't have it.
I don't think so. I think that it was put in the first generation. And I don't think you escaped it. But we should test you. We don't have.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah. Good. I'm sorry you had to hear that, but well, yeah.
That was really intense. Rich, do you think that this revelation would have caused stress for
Yeah.
Ark?
Oh,
Okay.
yes. This is
Okay.
he trusts Quake enough. If someone else, like even Oligo had said something, he'd been like, "Oh, that's good. I'll go research it." But he trusts that. Oh gosh, this is bad. Yeah, there's definitely some stress. Whatever number you say, I will agree with it. Like that would maybe stress him out.
Oh, well, let's just do 3. Let's just do 3.
He's on the borderline of being
Yeah.
traumatized. That's perfect.
Yeah, because I feel like traumatized might be more like if you'd actually lived through it. Like I feel like Quake may have been traumatized from the ordeal, right?
But
Well,
Quake's
he
also had
suffers.
decades to get over it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like mechanically compare like the
Yeah.
threat of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like so go ahead.
Quake will stay around to make sure that. Well, yeah, he's not the greatest talker. He has not a good. He has not a good charm attribute. Sorry, but he will try at least to make sure that I don't know, just to stay and be around.
Just be there for him.
If Quake offered Ark alcohol, he would try it and probably get really drunk for the first time.
Yes.
I think Quake has been for a soldier for 28 years. Sure, he'll offer him alcohol because he has learned that this is the universal panacea for all of a soldier's problems.
Trusting in Quake's skills, he will get drunk.
Wow.
And then get sick.
There you go.
Yep. There
All
you go.
Perfect. That was great. Does anyone
stuff.
else have any scenes that they would like to do right now? Any other ones? Doesn't seem like it. All right. So I kind of feel like with the audience seeing this, I have questions for, I don't know if Ark would think of this or if Quake would think of this, but you have access to a very high-tech medical facility. And in this downtime scene, you mentioned about taking a chip out. So there it is. Okay. So we're gonna, the credits have rolled and all that. And we've done these flashback scenes, and then we jump back to the current time, right? So Gunk has just told his teammate, Ark, that there's trouble. He's there to save his team. What is Ark's reaction to this?
So wait, so we're back to current time, and I've
Yep.
just found about the Black Sun and sent
Yep.
the message off to Quake. Yeah. So Ark kind of would realize, oh, well, my hopes to like sneak in there are dashed. That's not an operation I can get now. So I think what Ark is going to do is move in close because he thinks just way back on the sniper routine isn't going to work, especially since Gunk is here. So he's going to say, go spin up the drive. Gunk, get things ready. We're going to have to get out of here quick.
You don't want me to come and help? You don't want me to come with you?
You've helped just fine.
Oh.
And then he goes, and you can follow. You can totally follow, but like,
he's not gonna just straight up disobey you telling him to go do something. So he's probably gonna go back and try and get the ship going.
Oh yeah.
He's not good at tech.
Well, there's that.
what? I thought you worked here. Come on.
No, it's fine because there's that manual, that library manual. There's probably like a basic operating manual for the ship. Just read through the like notes. Yeah.
All
So Gunk goes back to the ship, having like saved your team. All right.
Yeah, I saved him. I did my job. They know I'm here. I got their back.
All right. Well done. So inside the surgery ward, there's an alert, and you hear basically the comms turn on to ready the surgery room for emergency operation. They're expecting someone to be coming in there very soon who need surgery. So some of the systems in the room are going online. You could probably expect some staff to show up who are not around at the time. So what is Quake doing?
So if we're operating on somebody else, we don't need this guy here. He's already under. I'll just wheel him away.
Just wheel him out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just wheel him out. Go,
All right.
Be back in a sec.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to clear out the room. So as you go into the corridor, I'm just going to say it's like a hover one.
Yeah,
cool.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're like pushing
Absolutely.
him out, and down the hallway, you see 4 armed Black Sun troops, and they're pulling a similar thing with a 4 moving on it, yelling and kind of making strange noises. At least one of these guards is trying to reassure them that they're going to get him to the operating room. And there's this hissing sound coming every now and then from this person on the thing. And they're bringing it down. And this is like, you're basically going to have to go by each other. That's the nature of this corridor. And you see that it's a Trandoshan. And it's hissing and screaming at them to hurry up. And as you're just about to like go in each other's ways, the scaled arm reaches over and grabs your bounty.
Oh no.
And then the Trandoshan's head turns and looks up at you.
Oh, okay. Is that the guy I know? Do I know him?
Yes, this is
Oh.
Pandit Morg. He's been badly wounded. He looks up and he says, "You smell familiar."
It's the clone.
And like 2 of the guys are bringing their blaster rifles around.
Okay, I am very good at charisma. I think I'm very good at charm. No, I'm not. Damn. So I will say, look, fellows, this guy, this guy has to leave. I have to take him out. And then I come back. I'm the medic. I'm just the medic. Okay, just let me go. I'm just a clone. We all smell alike.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Roll for manipulate someone.
Yeah, this will not go well, knowing my luck with these.
Oligo, I don't remember if you had a +1 forward from last time. Did you have a hold or something from before?
I have a 4. No, I have a 3.
Oh, excellent. Mark experience.
Hey.
Okay. So, Brian, if you want to go ahead and make that roll, feel free to do so. Okay. So very, very injured. I don't know. Does anyone know what kind of blood Trandoshans have? Is it green or blood, red or anything like that?
Black, maybe.
Black? Okay, we'll say black. So
I guess.
with it's not as bad as it could be because, it's cauterized, but some wounds are leaking and just almost falls. Okay, thank you, Brian. Almost falls off the hover gurney and is bleeding on your mark and is basically reaching towards you, like to get a grip with its clawed hands. And it's just staring deeply into your eyes. What is Quake doing?
If I get the impression that this didn't work, these are 2 guys with guns, right?
Yeah, well, the 2 guys in front that were pulling it, they have their rifles on you now.
Okay, that's not great.
This might be the time for me to go ahead and just spend that hold.
Okay, what is
and help
that?
Quake
Right.
out.
So yeah. So what does this look like?
I think Oligo steps up with wearing like a doctor's outfit and maybe puts some kind of mask onto this guy's face. Says, we need to hurry and get him into the operating room.
All right, roll for manipulate.
Okay.
How does your hold work on this scene? If
The
you
hold-
got that.
The hold is I show up. Where is it? I spend it to be where I need to be, prepared and ready.
Okay, all right.
So that's why I feel it's okay to say I'm all
Oh yeah.
set to impersonate a doctor and yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
So I rolled a what did I roll? A 12? No, 13.
Holy crap.
So,
Okay.
My idea was to have some kind of mask to just put on this guy to
Sure.
muffle whatever he's saying so he can't contradict whatever I'm telling him to do.
Here's something that I think you might even go to that might even have to kind of help relieve the situation. Let's say that you have some anesthetic spray or something or disinfectant that you spray that dulls the senses of the Trandoshan too, because that is really the powerful thing for this person.
Yeah, he's not smelling anything.
Yeah, he's just smelling like numbness on his tongue. So yeah, and so seeing that the medical professionals have this, the crew members of Black Sun pull their leader back. He's really heavy on the thing. There's blood kind of everywhere, and you guys are able to move along. So again, everyone has this communicator in your earpiece. If
I'll
it
put the
makes
gun
sense
back
for each
down.
other, yeah, exactly.
I'll put the gun. I was ready to try and maybe shoot myself my way out. Yeah, what can I do? But thank you, Oligo. That was close.
So you guys are getting Kiri's out of there. What's everyone else doing?
Ark was on his way because the gig is up, so he's going to try to get inside that med center.
Oh yeah, you're there. You see some a pair of Black Sun guards near the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless you draw attention to yourself, they'll probably just let you go in and out.
Huh.
They'll like.
I'm seriously tempted to shoot them.
Yeah.
They're not expecting anything from you. So
Quake, there's two
yeah.
outside. You want me to take them down?
Like sun guys out there, take them down. Do we
Affirmative.
have a cap? That was a question. I mean,
Oh.
I expect that you start firing at that point when I say, yeah, should we take them down? And
Yeah, nice.
yeah.
That's it. That's it.
And I'll turn to Oligo and say, we're taking the Black Sun guards down that are outside.
What?
I mean, Arcus. You take this guy and I'll help the kid.
So you're handing off your patient to
Yeah,
your
I
captain.
mean,
All right.
yeah.
So the
If
doctor,
that's
yeah,
cool with
Dr.
you.
Oligar has the patient, and Nurse Quake is going to assist the hospital security. Okay. Let's just quick jump back to the Wraith. Okay, so you've run back there. You're at the bridge. You're ready to like get the ship going. Gunk?
Yes.
All right.
I didn't realize you were waiting for me to.
So
say
yeah, so you're at the bridge. I don't even know if you've had any training missions, flying or anything like that, but who cares? This is what it's like to be a bounty hunter. We're gonna have you make a use tech roll.
Okay.
The droid AG is giving you plenty of criticism. I don't know if it's helpful.
It's a smart ass. Know it all.
So we'll. Do we actually get the benefits of the downtime move?
Yeah, if it was appropriate. Yeah.
So
I
the
think for you-
downtime move, spend time getting
Yep.
closer to someone, gives you a +1 forward.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So you could use that here if you want.
I'll take the 1.
Yep.
So, I believe it's these two. So that is a 3 + 6 is 9 + 1 is a 10.
Yeah. Excellent. Good job. I'm pretty sure the droid's doing something like beginner's luck. So you get basically the tech works without issue. You get to choose an effect. I don't know if ships are really on here. I may have to modify that. But basically, you're gonna get the ship ready
Okay.
successfully. Yeah.
So I get the ship ready.
Mhm.
I think there's a in the Wraith sheet, it said
Mhm.
there's a mounted turret.
Yeah.
I think my second plan is to get that up and try and maybe train it on the door to like cover people once they
Oh
get.
yeah, that's great. That's really smart. Okay. Yeah, so you got the ship going and you run down the hall and to the turret and move that into position. Now you're just waiting for your opportunity to impress
Yeah.
your crew. Good job.
Don't shoot too early.
Right. Good. Okay, so let's jump back to Ark. Ark has sized up these two guards. They're looking distracted. They're looking tired. They're just in a major space battle. They each have like blaster rifles and pistols.
Awesome.
One of them is limping.
Oh, yes. I mean, even if they weren't limping, I would be shooting them.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, I'm just gonna. I think there's a moment where he has the hand cannon, and then he holsters that, and he pulls out the blaster rifle, sights one in, and then just lets it loose.
Okay. Roll, kick some Sheb.
All right, that rolls with tough. Here we go. I'm going to go with purpley That is a miss. It is a terrible, terrible, terrible miss.
So it is. Are you going to use a luck?
I'm going to use a luck. I'm doing it.
All right.
I'm using a luck. Dang it.
So
Dang
I
it,
wasn't.
son of a gun.
So I would say that you would definitely have hit them both regardless. But there would have been other consequences. But go ahead and spend your luck. And what does it look like taking them out?
I think the first shot is dead eye, back of the neck, and then a second shot to the side of the head.
Mhm.
And as the other guy turns, he gets a gun out, and maybe he gets a blaster shot or two off. One pings off of Ark's armor, and he 2-2 center mass, 1-2 shot.
Awesome. Yeah, they're both down. You do see out of the corner of your eye, there's a pair of stormtroopers who are been alerted to this, but you definitely took care of those two guards. So it's going to be a little bit before they come your way. Okay, so doctor, you have your patient. Where are you sending your patient?
Well, which patient? Our Mark or the
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're just going to try to get to the ship
Okay.
as quickly as possible. Or if our ship is taking off, is there somewhere else closer we can
Well, the
rendezvous?
as
Or
far as I know, the last orders were given to get the ship ready.
Okay.
So unless your trainee has taken additional initiative, I think that's the last we know. So we'll have you make a act under pressure to basically bypass any suspicion from the local presence of the Empire.
Okay.
Are we reunited, all three of us?
Well, I thought that Quake was going to go find Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I imagine it's the same direction because Ark is in front of the hospital. Quake is getting out, and I think Ollie.
So what we can say for party fun is that you two and your Mark come out just like a few seconds later. You see Ark standing not too far away, blaster cooling, and there you go. So we can still have the captain make that roll for the group.
So I made that roll, and I got a 4.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So mark experience, unless you want to spend a luck.
Oh no, that's no fun. let's let things get more complicated.
Okay, cool. Perfect. So what I think happens is that there's a shuttle, the Black Sun shuttle, that is heading on. I feel like you guys are on like this obscenely tall tower, right? That if there are no guardrails, of course, no OSHA here, and you're like heading towards the docks where your ship would be and whatnot. And there's this Black Sun shuttle. Think of like a stripped down Imperial shuttle, all in black, but with 3 times the guns on it. And it basically is like sort of hovering, so it's perpendicular to you. And then the ramp comes down and connects with the walkway that you're on. And an IG hunter droid with a Black Sun bandula and sort of thing comes down the gangway, and his sensors are probing the lot of you. What are you doing?
I feel like Gunk would probably open fire at this point.
Specifically on the droid or in the shuttle or what?
Probably maybe at the shuttle.
Okay.
That seems like
okay.
Exactly the kind of thing that would get in the way.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
And at the same point, I'll turn to Ark and say, shoot that droid.
Of course, stupid clanker.
So let's have Gunk go first, since you've been like ready for something, and then you see this Black Sun shuttle show
awesome.
up. All right, Gunk, roll kick some Sheb. So it's with tough.
That is a 5 + 4 + 1. That's another 10.
Whoa. Okay. So choose You get to choose an extra effect. So you definitely do hit the shuttle. Do you have that list in front of you?
Yeah, I think I'm going to force them where I want them. And so maybe I shot the gangplank, and so the droid has to like jump off the gangplank onto the.
Right. Well, I feel like you definitely made a really good shot on the shuttle too.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I feel like the droid is like doing its normal thing, and then the shuttle begins to like careen,
Mhm.
and it has to make a jump. Right. It just automatically just does the calculations and jumps, but it's in a precarious position maybe on the
Yeah, and it's
walkway.
on its own.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and which does that give any bonuses to anyone else? I feel like at least narratively it does to Ark. Yeah. So like I kind of feel like it's still like just one leg on the walkway, hasn't quite gotten balanced yet.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah. I think what happens here is this is an IG. So Ark. Have we boarded the ship? I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're not yet at the ship. I feel like
Sweet.
you're kind of like about halfway between the medical area and the docks where your ship is at.
Cool. So he says, "Go on, sir," and he basically like slings his blaster rifle. He pulls out his hand cannon, and he's going to move up on the IG because he knows how to take down clankers. And I'm going to utilize aim for the weak spot.
Yes.
Because my hand weapon attacks ignore armor.
Woo!
Yeah. So
Do it.
here we
Do
go.
it.
Sweet. Here we go. I'm gonna kick some shebs. Come on, dice! Don't make me luck again.
You got plenty of
Drake
luck
is
left.
shaking his head
Ugh.
like, oh gosh, that kid.
So that's an 8 on some kick some shebs. So let's see. On a 7+, we inflict harm on the other. So I have ignore armor, 3 harm. That is allowed. So
Oh, yeah.
that is a thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so those stormtroopers that I mentioned before are definitely coming on fast now. And they're probably like radioing in like, hey, there's trouble, blah blah blah. So
I will engage them. I mean, I have no armor,
so
of course, because I'm a nurse, but
yeah,
whatever.
So Quake, I think that you're cool at this time. You've been in much heavier situations. If you wanted to have turned on your jammer at some point recently, then the additional stormtroopers won't show up for a while. You'll get this one pair.
Seems like a good idea. I turn on my jammer and then I'll try to. Then I'll try to shoot them.
Oh yeah. And
I curse myself because I'm not wearing any armor.
No.
How would I? Justifying a phase 1 clone armor as a medic. That's far-fetched.
So are you shooting at the IG droid?
No, I'm shooting at the stormtroopers.
Okay.
Yeah, stormtroopers.
Yeah, there's a pair. They're in kind of medium to long range right now.
That's okay. I don't need to kill them or anything. I just need them to be careful and not shoot Ark in the back.
Perfect. Cool. All right. So Ark, you shoot the IG unit right in its CPU area, and it was off balance. It was like the perfect angle. It's almost like you just went like almost point blank up and just went boom. And it's sort of reeling. There's sparks flying. Its head is spinning, and it's pulling out. It's got a pair of heavy blaster pistols that it's trying to get aim on anyone in your group. So this might be a very wild firing thing.
Nice. I am going to protect Quake.
All right. Now before we get back to that, we do have the shuttle that's been shot. It's sort of falling down. The pilots are trying to get it. Captain, Dr. Captain, are you just trying to get your mark down to your ship, like take care of the bounty?
Yeah.
That's like job 1, collect the bounty.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
For sure.
So I'm just going to assume that you just spend all of your energy just pushing that hover table down as fast as you can. You get it on board, and then we're going to go back to Gunk. All right. Are you going to try to finish off the shuttle or do something else here?
Yeah, I think that makes sense since I'm seeing this firefight kind of going out in front of me. I can't really get a good shot on any of the
now the
on
problem is that there's a jammer on, so you can't communicate to your crew, but your captain is aboard, so he probably knows your crew pretty well. But it also means that hopefully that shuttle that's now falling, trying to get back up, can't communicate to the rest of the fleet that's there as well. Right. So you're just going to try to take out the shuttle?
Yeah, maybe if we take out the shuttle before the jammer turns off, then nobody will know whatsoever. So should I make another?
Yep. Kick
some shed roll.
Kick some shed.
Let's re-roll those. 4 and 2 is a 6 plus 1 is a 7.
Okay.
So deal harm to each other.
Yeah. So here's what I think happens. And if you have a better idea, let me know. So you do blow it up, but it's fairly close. So I feel like some of the shrapnel hit your ship. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you got a piece of black sun, like I'm going to say the insignia is still visible, embedded in your ship. So you're going to have to get that repaired at some point, but you can still go into space with that in your ship.
Cool. I like it.
Cool.
I feel like at that point I would probably hop out of the turret and seeing that Olio is on board, probably try and meet up with him.
Help him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know if he's going to ask you to secure the bounty hunter or whatever while he takes control of the ship. But yeah, you guys can definitely sort that out. All right, back to the firefight.
I think at that point we just need to make our getaway here, and I have a move that is called "Leave No One Behind." So I'll just assist Ark.
Okay.
With going out because we need to get away from here, and that seems imperative. So the move says in combat, when you help someone escape, roll plus sharp, and I will do that now.
Now, just to ask, just to clarify, are you going to just pull Ark away before he finishes the droid, or are you going to wait for him, or what?
Is that droid still a danger to us?
Did you hear that?
I think the droid's
okay.
Yeah, the clanker's not down yet.
Oh no.
Okay. So no, I'll wait then. Then I'll just keep the stormtroopers busy, I guess.
I love the escape. You could totally pull me away. Like Rich is telling you it's okay, but Ark is never going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
At this point, what do we care about the stupid clanker? Come on, Ark. We have to go. We have the bounty. We have to go. We have to leave.
Oh, but sir, I love killing clankers.
Yes, I know, but you can't go and kill clankers later. Maybe the captain will allow you around with his droid.
Then we take off, we start running, and Ark will yell over his shoulder, "My name is Ark! Come find me, IG! You're a hunter, right?"
Is that what's happening?
That's what's happening. And let's see what I roll and how that goes.
Okay.
I've got a 7, so that's it says on 7 to 9 I can either get them out or suffer no harm. I will get them out and suffer the harm.
I feel like you get shot.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I feel like you hear, or you think you hear, you're not quite sure because of the chaos. You think you hear the hunter say something to you on the way out. Something I don't know if the GM will have an idea what that is, but something that haunts you from the war, like this hunter maybe you had encountered years and years ago during the war.
The IG unit.
Like this specific one, you almost died. Like you like most of your unit was probably wiped out by this particular unit, by this IG.
Okay, that maybe was later, but
yeah.
Because IG units weren't too big in the Clone Wars, but that's fine. So
they were there in the cartoon. Yeah, There have been a number of them. Yeah.
Haven't seen them. Never mind. Could
Yeah.
have been later. I was a
Sure.
mercenary for 20 years, so
Yeah, no problem. All right.
so maybe it's more recent.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a grudge potentially here. So yeah,
Okay.
you guys
Yeah,
get away under
Okay.
the cover.
How much
fire.
damage do I take?
Okay, so let me look at the sheet here.
Oh, it's gonna suck because you have no armor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, because I have such a good armor.
Oh man.
It's only going to be a 2 harm. Heavy blaster pistol.
This is good. We wouldn't want our infirmary to go to waste.
Do we have an infirmary?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
This-
yeah.
this is
you do.
much better than the
right,
auto dock. Yeah.
Right.
This is nothing.
I forgot that you
Hated
have.
that stupid clanker.
Yeah, just
Awesome.
run.
So you guys get on the ship and you make your getaway and you leave the Black Sun and Cloud City behind.
Quake, are you all right?
Yeah, it's just a grace, nothing.
Well, I've read about the cell degeneration. We can't afford to patch you up too much. We've got to be more careful.
Hey, I've been in this business for 25, 28 years. This is nothing.
Right. Well, you're in the business till you're not. I'm just saying. Next time, maybe we find some thinner armor. They have things. I've read a catalog, Street Samurai catalog.
Yeah, I've got an armor, and it's a pretty good one. But nurses don't wear armor. Ark, they don't.
Right.
It's fine. I'm gonna be fine. You can maybe help me patch me up, right?
Of course. Just show me what to do. I'm better at taking things apart than building them back together.
Yeah. Well, me too.
I thought maybe we have enough time to, take care of that thing.
Yeah. I think Oligo has an infirmary. Maybe we can ask him to check it out.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if I want him to know about it. What if he won't trust me again?
I don't think we should sneak into his infirmary and try some shenanigans. I like that guy. He's a good guy. He's a good cat.
And yeah, Ark will let it go at that point. We'll just, he can bring it up later. Yeah.
Cool. So at a later scene we'll do the patching up thing. All right. So I kind of feel like the captain and the droid. I feel like the droid's gonna like share how well the trainee was doing on the bridge.
Mediocre at best.
But basically it's like, and don't you dare tell him I said how well he did. And then, go off and do its duties. And maybe like that's when the trainee shows back up from securing the bounty.
You did all right, kid.
You wait. This isn't another one of your games, is it?
I mean, we all got out of there in mostly one piece.
I mean, that's exactly what you said last time. after I beat up those training bots, but then everybody else said that I was terrible. So, are you serious this time?
When you're really ready, you're not going to need anybody else's opinion.
Yeah, about that. I tried this, and I had no idea what I was doing. Not gonna lie, straight up, no idea what's going on. I was running around, and I thought that being like I thought I was good at this. Does it get any better?
I mean, yeah, it gets better, but it can also be a lot worse. If you're not up for it, you know, no one's forcing you to come along.
I mean, I had a. Can I say I had a good time? Can I say that about work?
Yeah, if you're not, then you definitely shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you need?
I think we better get that chunk of dark sun ship out of the side of our hull before someone spots it. I don't necessarily want them
Oh, right. That's a
coming after us.
that my fault. Totally my fault. I will go patch that up right away.
For souvenir.
Can I have it?
Yeah, just don't let anybody know you have it.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool. I don't know if this is going to be a thing, but it almost sounds like Gunk might be using part of the cargo storage as like a trophy room. Awesome.
Yes, please do. That's so good.
Would it be okay if we took like a 5-minute break for people to get drinks or bathroom? Okay.
That's perfect.
So, yeah, it's about let's just meet back here at 7:30, so about 6 minutes, and then
Okay.
we'll get going again. Good job, everyone. See you soon. How's the dog doing?
He's good. He saw me when I came out. He was like, "Oh, I've been waiting for you. I'm so excited."
Oh. Very cute.
Yeah, he came around and came out of the bedroom, wagged his tail really big, and then he ran back in the bedroom and came back out with a blue alligator that he wanted me to throw for him. So we
Nice.
did that. Now we're here. He's a good puppy. He's 7 months old. He's as big as he's going to get, 8.5 pounds. So my son has a couple of buddies from school spending the night, and one of them, while we were driving, he said, "Yeah, I'm pretty much the best player at Geometry Dash in the whole school." Because I can't help it. The ego's so rough, but it's true.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, wow. That's an accomplishment, kid. Good job. Put that on your resume.
Hey, Sabine, you got your coffee? All right, good. Or calf. Perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
late where I am, so.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone ready? Back from commercial break? Okay. So I was wondering if we wanted to try the ship repair move. Let's see here. I don't know if there is really a good one here. Let's see here. Would anyone be assisting Gunk in removing and patching up the ship while you're in transit?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I've got
I feel like it
Wow.
makes sense for in-transit repairs to maybe be big tech.
Let's see. That's a good call.
Unless there's a specific move for it, which I'm not
Yeah.
seeing.
Let's go ahead and try that then. Let's see how severe the damage is. I guess you'll find out.
If you need more help, I'm
Yeah.
sure I've repaired ships before.
I've got my technical library and my toolkit, which
Sweet.
both can give +1 to tech rolls.
Okay. Yeah. Whoever's helping, we'll go ahead and have you make a helping roll. Help out.
Okay. I can roll. So 6 plus what would it be plus?
So it's going to be tech, or sorry, help out is plus cool.
Ooh, that's no good.
Did you get to mark experience?
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Luck.
You could spend luck if you want. It's fine if you don't.
I don't even know what does failing the self roll mean. I don't know. I can use luck, I guess.
There's not really anything in here. I just get to use a hard move, which I don't want this simple repair thing to be a big deal.
I'll just use
But
luck so that we
I can think of a complication. Yeah. I can think of a complication that if you want to keep your fail, that's fine. And Sabine, did you say that Quake was going to help too? I think you're muted.
See how good I am with tech? Maybe I shouldn't. So,
well, for helping, it's with cool.
I mean, I'm good with cool.
You're a good
I'll-
helper.
Yeah, like
yeah,
he could,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
he
a
could
clone.
actually do the repairs while you assist.
Yeah, I think Gunk does the repairs while I assist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I might not try to stand there and hold stuff. I guess. Yeah,
Make
I'm good at that.
Okay.
Really, I've got an 11. So.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So you get a +1 to your roll on doing the big tech. So you're going to be rolling plus tech.
I rolled a 5 plus tech, which is 0, plus the
Ooh.
1. It's a 6.
Okay. Okay.
Is he able to benefit from my
From your tool stuff?
my tools or my
I
tech
think-
library?
Yeah, I think we just choose one of those.
Yeah, but one of those.
Yeah, so it would be
Should be
like a
enough.
7.
Yeah, it would bring it up to a 7.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So big tech. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I think we're going to need to revise the big tech rule, but I think it's going to take a long time to repair. So this is something that you're going to have to probably return to once you land, right? But I feel like you remove the big stun piece, and you do like sort of as much of a patch as you can right now on the outside of the ship, but it's not very sound. You wouldn't want to be in a firefight while this patch is held. It might rip open. But yeah, you do get that piece of that shuttle out, and you can keep it or not as you like, as the captain said. But you're, as far as I know, you're going to be returning to your contact to get your bounty. Is that correct? Okay. So I've put a link in there, and I can repeat it here. I'm going to put it into the chat window for everyone for the drawing. All right. So if you're able to see this drawing and see kind of a map of where you've been so far. So the one that goes off to Bespin, you're basically going back to that pentagon. And that's where, I'm just going to see if I can put a double arrow on that. That's where you're going to meet back with Talith. And as far as we know, the captain's still doing the talking, the main talking with her. So you land there, and I don't know if you want to just have the trainee and one other person continue the repairs. It's going to be mostly a time thing. And then the captain and whomever with the bounty can go in and get paid. So figure out what that is, let me know, and we'll start that scene.
I think maybe I'll stay behind with Gang because we work pretty well together at that thing, and Ark
Cool.
can go and back up Oligo.
Yeah, and it's possible you're like, hey, Gunk is like, let me look at that library of information here. Let me get another opinion on how to fix this now that we're on the ground. Cool. And you'll of course have the wisecracking droid there to assist with the repairs.
I love wisecracking droids. I
There we
really
go.
do.
Yeah,
I will try to intimidate it at one point.
Okay. All right. So it sounds to me like Captain Oligo and Ark are going with the bounty to meet with Talith. She's in the same location, and you're on Ratatak planet. And you're greeted by Hot Lips and a couple other nameless thugs. And Captain, what is your usual relationship with Hot Lips, the Gamorrean bodyguard? Do you have a history or anything?
I imagine Oligo just acts like they're friends, even though like there's no indication from the other end that is true.
Well, interspecies
all of
body
those-
language.
All of it is very much just like, hey, good to see you again. And he's just like, mm.
Yeah, but for all you know, that might be like, yeah, I think you're the best. Perfect.
Maybe, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think Oligo thinks it's reciprocated, but he
Right.
just,
Okay.
that's the way
Yeah.
he plays it.
Yeah. So Hot Lips, like pauses when he sees Ark again. You can't tell if it's like admiration for your gear or what. But something about Ark catches Hot Lips' eye. It brings you both in with the bounty. Is the bounty still on the medical hover table, or have you do you have him like cuffed, or how do you present this particular bounty? He still has the hollow lines unless you remove that.
I guess we'd probably remove that.
And he was just wearing like a hospital gown.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's probably still wearing that. I guess the question is, do we want to keep that gurney for any reason?
Well, you also kept your doctor's outfit. So
yeah,
if you're like, hey, this might come in handy.
yeah,
There you
we
go.
probably just stored it on the ship. It's like, who knows?
Okay, it's totally up to you. But you present Rikis to Talent, and she seems impressed. He's still alive. She raises an eyebrow over his current clothing, and says to the captain, says, "How'd it go?"
Well, it would have been totally smooth, but the Black Sun showed up on the station right as they were coming in as we were going out. But
Were there any
just a little?
complications for the Bounty Hunters Guild?
Oh no! What do you mean?
Are you really trying to play this off, or?
I mean, there's always complications, but it was, just a speed bump.
Okay. As long as nothing comes back to hurt the guild, we're good here. So unless you have any other questions, she'll give you the 2 medium, or actually it's just 1 medium for this guy. 1 medium in Imperial credits still. And she's like, are you ready for another one? Or are you going to take a break? Keep on your lucky streak here.
I mean, we're just finishing up some repairs to the ship, but those shouldn't take too much longer.
Oh, okay. Well, I happen to know a good mechanic if you need any help.
Well, I think we've got it under control, but yeah, I'd appreciate that if we end up needing it.
Okay. Well, if you do need another bounty, let me know. I've got a few. I'll be here.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep you updated so that as soon as we're ready to go, we can get started on that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys are definitely free to go. They take the bounty, and Reese looks back at you, and I don't know if you care or not, but this expression of like, what have you done? Like this like poor puppy dog alien face at you. How do you usually handle that sort of contact from a bounty?
Yeah, I don't think doesn't try to think about that too much, unless had he tried to like engage in any conversation before now, or
with this bounty?
Yeah,
is that what you're saying? Yeah, we can do like a flashback scene or something.
I'm just saying, if he had, then I don't know, maybe he would feel differently about it. But
yeah,
sure, if we want to do that,
sure. Yeah, so say like you're you got him prepped for this. You're about to land, and he's like, I'm trying to make amends for my bad life choices. I've made a lot of bad life choices, and I just wanted to start over now that I'm no longer indebted to Jabba, and I just I've got a family I want to get back to. He's just basically insists that like he's trying to make a better life for himself.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't trust that. Look, if he cares so much about his family and then he gets a new face and the family doesn't, that doesn't track.
Well, I gotta like survive and get to my family first, and I can't do that if I look like this.
Yeah, I mean, that may just not work out for you. Not everybody ends up where they might hope, but I mean, good luck to you.
Okay.
You never know. Maybe they just want to have a chat with you and things will work out.
Oh, you probably don't know Grand species very well, but it's just like major depression. Yeah. So I figure after that longing look, he just gives into the depression and is slowly led away into the back room for processing. Okay. So yeah, Ark, was there anything you want to do while you were at this meeting?
Not at the meeting, but on the way back, just
Mhm.
the two of them, because Ark wants to do, like, he's focused on the job, do the job, make sure you
Right.
turn it in, everything's done. But once they're headed back towards the ship, he'll be walking a little bit slower, and he says, Captain.
Yeah.
You mind if I ask you a personal question?
Go ahead.
What's your opinion on mind control? Or people who've been forced to do stuff they didn't choose to do?
That's pretty dark. I mean, doesn't seem like something any decent person would do.
Bounty hunters.
I could.
Lots of not decent people.
That's very true. So, something specific I could do some research. Something you need to know.
Did you know I missed a lot? And Quake told me that near the end of the war, that the clone troopers, it was found out that they had a chip in their head, something that controlled them. Quake's had his removed, but I was on ice, so I probably have it.
Okay. Well, I mean, seeing if it's there, that should be easy enough.
Yeah, I'd like to know. I keep having, ever since Quake told me, I've been having dreams. Worried about it.
All right. Let's get you to the infirmary. Let's take a look. No use worrying about it if we don't even know if it's there for sure.
Of course. Well, if it's a big joke, I will be a good one. Quake would get one good on me. He could make fun of me for the rest of my life. That would be good. A good joke.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Right.
Okay.
What I want.
Yeah. So back on the ship, you see them returning. You're finishing up your repair work. Things seem to be going. You think it's going to hold, and the captain and Ark come on back inside. What's everyone doing now?
I'm curious what Quake's opinion of Gunk is. 'Cause we
Yeah,
haven't seen them interact that much.
right. We could maybe have a scene with the repairs.
Let's do that.
And I mean, Quick has noticed probably that you know your way around the ship, right?
Mhm.
Because you do. So he'll probably ask you stuff. Like he's helping you. He's not trying to he's not trying to command you or anything.
Okay. So maybe like you're on the outside of the ship trying to like pull this big chunk of stuff out off of the side, or make some outside repairs, and I'm on the inside like trying to pass you things back and forth. What kind of I'm trying to think of what would go maybe wrong. What would I do wrong?
I think what would go wrong is maybe that you touch some electrical appliance, and somehow it wasn't the damage to the hull was more extensive than we thought, and then suddenly there was an arc of electricity going into the hull and hitting the shard maybe, and Quake gets like, ouch. He says, hey, you know that transferred to the outside, the electric current, and if I had hair, it would stand on end now. My beard's so bristly.
Yeah, you seem fine, right? You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. It's all right. Just letting you know. It's there's some kind of leak.
Hey, this is not my fault. This piece of crap ship can't hold its own pieces together. What kind of a?
Well,
and he's like scrambling around trying to like hastily put something in the circuit path where this big arc is kind of going in front of him, trying to patch it up.
I think Quake comes in and looks at you and says, "Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. You're good with this ship."
I don't think Gunk really knows how to respond to that, honestly. He's like trying to puff himself up. They're just like kind of trying to like play it off like they're totally cool, and just trying to figure out something to put in this spot. Yeah, you got any? I think we just need to turn this section of the ship off for a second. Can you run up to the?
Sure.
Yeah. And he like, as soon as Quake leaves the room, he just like you could see all this tension come out of his shoulders. And he sits there waiting for the arc to turn off, and then I'm assuming that it kind of goes out,
Yeah.
and this whole room goes dark, and he's like fumbling around trying to find something to repair this thing. He's got some kind of like welding torch that he's trying to weld something into this spot. Quake comes back.
Did it work?
I think so. I've got this basically this chunk of siding that came off the ship, and I'm trying to see if it's big enough to fill the gap and keep the plasma contained inside this stupid engine.
Okay.
How long
Sounds
have you?
good to me. Yeah.
You've worked on these kind of ships before, right?
Yeah, a little. Lived on ships for most of my life.
What kind of ships? Like this is probably the biggest thing I've been on. I don't.
I've been on bigger.
A little like what? Double?
Yeah, I need help now, Rich. What kind of big Clone War Republican ships would Quake know? I have no idea about
Well, the
these.
Jedi cruisers, right?
Jedi cruisers was the biggest.
Those were
There.
similar to the Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About as big as a Star Destroyer. And I've been on a Star Destroyer, of course. I mean,
What?
been on a Star Destroyer. It's a long story, but I was there only very, very briefly, and I was in a brig. So I don't know if that counts. Probably
I
doesn't.
mean,
So as you're talking, did you say that did Quake get shocked? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beard is
So your
standing on
wound
end.
your wound, there's something sparking from your wound from where
Oh.
you were shot earlier.
Oh, but damn.
And you're feeling a little woozy now.
Wow, that I didn't. Oh, damn. Do you mind if I sit down?
So like
yeah. Is
Gunk,
everything
you-
okay?
Yeah, Gunk, you may not know clone physiology very well, but Quake has gotten white pretty quickly in the last minute or so.
Oh, this isn't good.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
Can you get me a med kit, maybe?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what to do, but I'm gonna hunt around trying to find a med kit, or get in touch with try and find the robot at the same time.
Yeah, the droid.
Yeah, the droid.
The droid would tell you that there's an infirmary on the ship if you want that.
Oh yeah, duh.
I mean, can
course.
bring you a med kit, but if that's not good enough.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna. Do you think you can like walk to the infirmary? Do I need to?
Sure.
Get to
If the droid in a sassy voice says, or you could use that stolen hover table too.
That's not necessary. I can walk to an infirmary.
So we're sort of retconning a little bit, but you eventually you feel very weak. There's something hot and sparking inside that wound. You get to the infirmary, and we'll just say that the captain and Art get back shortly after that.
Yeah. And I'll try to run a diagnostic, or try to tell Gunk how to run a diagnostic, because I don't really think I'm fit enough, but I know how to use these things.
Yeah, you can say, okay, do that.
If that's okay, Sam.
I that's a much better scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So these controls are all best suited for human-like forms, but you can manage.
Yeah, I'm trying to reach up with my weird leg things and trying to get in there.
And what the scanner seems to be telling you is that there's some sort of mechanical object in that cavity area where you're shot. So,
Quake.
Yeah.
like there's like this little like pellet-sized thing inside that's attached to one of Quake's major organs.
There's, I'm getting it. It looks like you. I don't really know how to understand this. It looks like there's something like a chunk of something in there. Did you like swallow a rock? Did you?
No, I didn't. I don't
I'm-
have a pacemaker either.
No. Yeah.
So
And I like grab the screen and try and pull it
Yeah.
around to
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
her. It doesn't
Yeah.
quite reach, so it's like a little
Okay.
off to the side, hard to see.
So from what you can tell without doing a more intensive scan, is that there's this little object, right?
Mhm.
And it's
it's
mechanical
It's connected to the wound I took on the planet. Right
to
now.
the wound. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
what
Okay.
you're thinking is that the IG shot you with something, and you think it's giving off a signal,
Okay.
like the ultra high frequency
Yeah.
ping.
As soon as I see that there's a thing in me, I think Quake will start to panic a little because having things inside of his body, he doesn't like that at all. And he says, "Look, we have to cut this out right now. Give me the thing."
Okay, so I want you to roll. Are you going to cut yourself?
Sure.
Okay, roll
I
act
have-
under pressure.
Yeah, I have. Can I use the medic move? Because I have
Ooh.
it.
That's right.
Should
What is
I
that?
roll to help out?
Oh,
That would be
totally.
nice.
You should
That would be
totally
so
help out.
nice.
Yeah.
I roll plus cool, which is
Okay.
actually
makes
something
sense.
I'm not that bad at.
Are there any penalties empowered by the apocalypse for being harmed
No.
doing this?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I think it's the penalty. There might be penalties. I don't know. Rich, you know this better than me.
Yeah, I'm checking Monster of the Week right now. Sorry, I don't remember offhand. I know that there's no harm move like there is in
No.
Apocalypse
Mm-mm.
World, but there is. I'm checking the ref sheet right now for hunters because I know there's a thing where it lists out the harm. So at 4 to 7, harm wounds are serious and unstable. They will get worse unless
yeah.
treated, but it doesn't say you.
Yeah.
you
There's no penalties or anything.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
G-
Cool.
Games like Impulse Drive started to introduce that, but that's
Yeah.
not Monster of the Week.
Cool.
No,
All
then
right.
I rolled
I
a
have-
7 for help out.
okay, and I've got an 8, so that goes up to a 9. And I don't know if the infirmary does anything.
Oh, the infirmary is definitely going to help you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, at
So-
7 to 9, choose one, heal 3 harm or stabilize the injury. On a miss, you cause an extra 1 harm. So I guess maybe it caught. I mean, I didn't want to stabilize the injury. I just wanted to get the thing out.
Yeah.
That was my major goal.
So, the infirmary, according to what I have written here, is mostly it just gives you that location to
Yeah.
do the medical work that you need. So, what does your role do for you, Sabine?
The role are it's a first aid
Okay.
thing, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can do act under pressure if you prefer
No,
that.
I feel like the first aid is appropriate for this.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, 7 to 9, stabilized and heals.
okay.
Heal 3 harm or stabilize the injury. And I think I go with stabilize because that means that I can get the thing out. The harm
Yeah.
isn't healed, but
Right.
the thing is out. And maybe that would be a nice
Yeah.
nice point
So
for Oligo
when-
and Ark to come back.
Yeah, I feel like Ark and the captain are showing up.
Yeah, right.
Like the droid maybe has alerted them.
Mm.
And you guys, in my head, I see it like you are like cutting these things out when they like show up and they can see you doing this to yourself.
Mhm.
And they,
With
and like,
Gark's help.
Gunk is kind of like, in this awkward position. So it's unclear what's going on, except that you've got some sort of like laser scalpel or something, or clamps, and you're just pulling it out. So what is the Ark and the captain?
What are you doing, Gunk?
It's she
Learning
asked
on the
me,
job
he asked me to
surgery.
help. Hang on, I got it. And I'm like
Yeah,
pulling
yeah.
on something.
Yeah. No. Cool.
Yeah.
Harder.
Okay, and then he kind of like there's a pop that probably doesn't feel too good.
No.
And this thing that you've got is still sparking a little bit.
How big is it? Like,
Oh, it's
maybe
like think of like something like the length of a dime.
oh, it's tiny. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a pellet. Yeah, with sharp on one end and blunt on the other.
I
Okay.
think I'm
Yeah.
taking another. I think I'm taking extra harm because I feel
Okay.
that's
The surgery was not finessed.
no,
It was
no.
like
This was more like I have to get this out.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Totally.
Yeah. So, what if it like I'm pulling on it and it goes flying, and as Ark is like, what's going on? He reaches up and catches this thing that's flying at his face.
Were there more chips?
That was that stupid IG unit.
Stupid
Shot me.
clanker, you let me kill it. You let me destroy it.
I can't do that myself. I know that thing, and damn. Anyway,
So who has this pellet?
I think it Gunk does.
Gunk or Ark?
No, I tossed it to Ark
Okay.
accidentally.
Okay. All right. So I would say that the captain is close enough to see it. And I feel like given your playbook and things like that, this is basically it's like a tracking pellet that you can fire out of a modified blaster weapon. So unless it's deactivated, it's probably there's a pulse going on that the Black Sun is probably honing in on your location.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah. That's going to bring that droid to us. God, he's not going to be by himself. I think you maybe better let me see that thing.
Should we? Yeah, maybe we should put it on some other transport. An imperial one.
It's a good idea. Neil hand it over. Here you go, Captain.
Is it designed to just work wherever it is, or is it designed to be like in someone?
It's designed to be in someone.
So now that we've taken it out, or
you can like open it up and run a diagnostic on it if you want.
Yeah, I think we need to. It maybe won't work just to stick it on some other ship. We're gonna need to.
Well, you're not putting it back at me.
No, no, definitely not. Yeah, let's. Yeah, I guess I'll try to analyze it and see what we can do to manipulate it to give them send them off somewhere else, or give them throw them off the trail.
Okay, Captain, would you like to use tech on it?
Yes. I wonder if I should read a bad situation first.
Oh yeah.
To try and, because like, yes, I would like to tech it. Okay, what do you want to do to it? I have no idea. So maybe
okay.
maybe
Read a bad situation seems very appropriate given the exchange that you encountered between Quake and the Trandoshan.
Mm. Hmm. Okay. So let's see. I think my droid gives me a +1 to this. If I remember correctly. Yes. +1 to read a bad situation. Okay. So me and the droid are going to examine this thing. Oh, wow. Okay. I got like 15.
Okay. Excellent. So this is like one of the best high quality versions of this pellet. And in fact, if that arc thing hadn't happened when they were doing the repairs, it probably would have gone undetected for quite some time. So yeah, this is a very registered under some alias, but Black Sun. It also releases a neurotoxin slowly to weaken its prey. So there's probably some poison, not a whole lot, but probably a little bit of poison that you know about now, so you can treat Quake for it. But yeah, if it would have gone on for a while, she would have slowly lost more and more muscle control and other things. So there's definitely, like, for someone to spend the resources of using this on a target, there's probably a really damn important reason for it. So it sounds like a conversation between you and Quake at some point.
Yes. But first, like, what's the best way to, like, lead them on a false trail with this thing? Or
so you're going to have to find someone of the technical skill to reprogram it. You might talk to Talent or someone about contacts, and then you're going to have to embed it in a target of similar physiological profile. Otherwise, the target will read differently. So if, like, the blood chemistry is off, then it won't read properly.
Well, I mean,
So
I guess it's helpful that the target was a clone.
Yeah, you just got to find another clone. I don't know how well that sits with you.
Volunteer. It sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's
Well,
not.
That's not going to lead them somewhere else.
No. Let's
I mean,
maybe just destroy it and go somewhere else where they won't follow at that point. I mean, can't just smash it, right?
sure you don't. Neither of you have know any clones that maybe deserve.
Yeah, there are clones that maybe deserve it, but finding one of them and inserting this thing into them, I don't know. That's a lot of trouble.
Yeah, if we don't,
I'll do it.
If we don't,
Yeah, Ark, that
could be a
doesn't
lot of
help
trouble.
us. That doesn't help us. We don't want this thing to track us as a
Right.
crew.
Then I'll draw him off. I mean,
No?
I'm a liability until I get rid of the thing.
Yeah, but let's not put more things into you. We're not doing that. Forget it. No.
Okay,
Right.
so that option's off the table.
There's a moment, Quake, when you realize Ark is looking at it. He's thinking, could I just swallow it and run away?
Wait. Does Quake remember that Ark outranks Quake?
No, Quake forgets it all the time. I mean, that's just a shiny. Come on.
Right. Well, let's find another option.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
was a fleet. We can't turn and face them.
I'm rubbish at dealing with tech, but I could maybe go find a clone. We're on a port. Maybe go find someone.
Yeah, but we can't do this to any clone. I mean, most of us are pretty old. by this time. I mean, some of us were stormtroopers, but most of us weren't. Or if they were shunted aside. So yeah, we can probably find a clone mechanic on some remote station. Someone who's dying
So-
anyway, because most clones at this point are.
Where is it? I'm looking at the map. How far away is Camino?
Camino's pretty far away, I think. But I saw it.
Yeah.
It is somewhere on that map. Or maybe it's not. Camino. Kashyyyk.
I don't see it.
Maybe it's the map where Camino was redacted
Yeah.
out of.
Yeah. So I don't think it.
Just a planet Obi-Wan has.
That's right. So it's certainly certainly possible that you could, if someone has a connection to the Caminos, that you could work something out. But that's a long shot. But it is still. I think one of you would think of it anyways.
Okay. Can we modify this? I mean, I can ask my organization if we know of one of the bad or worst clones to insert this into him. If we're really doing this, instead of just destroying this thing. I'm looking at
Okay.
Oligo
So
because
who's closest to the bridge right now? Is everyone kind of in the infirmary?
Yeah, I think we're all in the infirmary.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
I think
big
so.
thing going
Yeah.
on.
right.
Okay, so I'm going to say that the droid, there's some Yahoo on the comms needs you.
Okay.
So do you have him like talk to you back in the infirmary, or do you go up to the bridge, or what?
I'll go to the bridge.
Okay. It's Talent. And she says, I heard something on the HoloNet that the Black Sun is on its way here. I don't have any dealings scheduled for the Black Sun right now. I don't know if this is important to you or not, but I can add it to the log as a favor that you owe me.
Yeah, I guess I'll owe
So-
you one.
Yeah, next time you're in town and you don't have some big agency after you, take me out for drinks.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Talk to you later.
And I guess I'll start prepping the ship to take off.
Okay. So where are you plotting a course for?
Can we first decide whether we destroy this thing or go with another option before we leave? Because if we don't destroy it, we need to jam it at least.
Well, I'm not a fan of sending some other clone up the river.
Yeah.
I think we should jam it just before we go into hyperspace and then jump.
Yeah. They'd lose
Right. Do we think we can at least block the signal for now?
Art pulls out his hand cannon.
We have a jammer, don't we? We just used it.
but
So
yeah, you do have a jammer.
This is like a super sophisticated piece of
Oh,
gear,
right.
though.
Yeah.
okay, then let's do the super sophisticated smash the thing to pieces.
Smashy.
Who's
I mean-
smashing it?
Arc
our-
smash.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay, so you definitely smash it. All right, cool. All right. Anything else before you plot a course somewhere? Where would your, let me ask you this, Captain, where would you go to lay low for a while?
That's a good question.
I have this organization I can ask for help, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, the mercenary, the Unbound, maybe they can give us a cozy little job in some faraway remote place. I mean, they're mercenaries, not bounty hunters, but money is money, right?
Yeah, we may need all the resources we can get.
Yeah, let's see if I think they have an office on this planet, because that's one of their they have offices all over the place, so I guess they might have one here, so I can go and contact them, right?
So you're calling them while you're still on Rat Attack?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so you call them?
yeah, and then
Okay.
I'll roll plus sharp and we'll see how that goes.
All right.
Oh wow, I've got a 7. Good thing
Okay.
I'm reasonably sharp. Well, things aren't so great. I might get chewed up by my superiors and there'll be fallout, but I get what I want for the job. So what I need for the job is we need to lie low now. Me and the crew of the ship I'm currently on.
So are you lying low on this planet, or at least sending you somewhere else to lie low?
No, somewhere else, not this planet.
Okay.
Somewhere far away from here. Preferably with some nice beaches and some sand.
Let's see. They tell you that Yavin, the moon of Yavin, is pretty safe from Black Sun right now. The rebels are there. Just don't advertise that you're bounty hunters. It'll be easier.
Okay.
All right, Scarif's really nice about now. I had Scarif's nice right about now.
I don't know. Well, they say Yavin might be good.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's go hide out on Yavin. That sounds fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
lots of forest.
Plot a course for Yavin. All right. You speed up the hyperdrive and you zip out. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So let me ask the group this. Do we want to stop at this point for the night on the way to Yavin? Or do we want to continue on a little bit more?
I mean, we could do some downtime. We'll be a bit in transit, right? Because I need to heal up my harm and my poisoning, and then maybe Ark.
And I wasn't sure if you're going to attempt the operation on Ark or not. Yeah.
I mean, that's for Ark to say.
Yep. Yeah. So why don't we go through that? If anyone has any downtime scenes that they'd like to do or any project stuff, feel free to initiate that. And then we'll have you arrive at Yavin unless something else happens. And then we'll do the stars and wishes and then be back here in a couple weeks again. Does that sound good?
Maybe we can try to find a job on Yavin, because I saw that you had some funny or some fun-looking job design thing.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yep.
So maybe we could do that.
Sure.
If anybody's interested.
It's all open.
I mean, it's a playtest, and that's part of your rule system. So I'm down for it.
I mean, we can do whatever we want. This is our Star Wars.
Can we invite invent a device to beam us through from a planet to a ship.
No, that's another series. We'll go ahead and do the downtime moves. Let's see how those resolve. There was something with the ship that is not going to go exactly right. So maybe it'll come out during this, or maybe it'll come out in next episode.
Fun.
Yeah. You know, learning how to repair your ship while you're traveling through hyperspace is a great experience. So Quake, did you want to initiate anything?
Yeah, is there a downtime activity? I seem to have misplaced my downtime activities. Is there a downtime activity that would help me recovery from harm? Ha! See?
Yeah, we can work on that.
Yeah, I'll just go and see Ollie go, because he has an infirmary, and I assume that he has some kind of medical training, if he has. So I'll just swing by and say, hey, look, I've got this hole in my side, and I think I might be poisoned. So can you do something about that?
Yeah, we could definitely. Now that thing's not in you anymore, I think we can get you on the mend.
Yeah, and maybe check if I have other things in me that I don't know about.
When was the last time you had your clone physical?
Yeah, I need another one, I guess. I think I have a
full body scan for all the clones.
Yeah.
Full body scans for everyone.
No, I have to, I have to take some kind of medicine, because I age and rapidly, and I've got some rejuvenation shot coming up. I need to take that. Oh gosh, I have to talk to Ark about that. Damn it, because he's aging too.
You need like dummies for clones book.
It was rather unexpected to have a baby clone with us, young clone.
I didn't think a crew of clones was going to be so high maintenance. You guys are worth it.
Yeah, well, we weren't back then, but
Well, let's get to work.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys go down to the infirmary. You get set up, patching. What are Ark and Gunk doing while this is happening?
I had an idea for a scene where Gunk is like going through some basic training methods, trying and failing to follow through with this training pattern that he's working on. But he's got like this little kind of training droid in front of him. But he's using his shock gloves, which are these like two big gloves that he's got that have electricity jumping between all the fingers, and they look very like shambled and put together, and not quite professionally made. And Ark probably recognizes the tech, since he was an ARC trooper. And so I'm probably training on this droid, and don't notice Ark kind of come in the room.
Exactly are you doing, Gunk?
And he closes the gloves and turns them off and turns around to face you. I'm training. Oligo told me to come down here and stay out of people's way. Am I in your way? Do you need to train?
I was just heading to my bunk. That's how you train?
Yeah.
What are you trying to learn?
Well, I've had these for a while, and I'm admittedly fairly competent with them. But Oligo says that I'm not good enough. So, of course, that you know how trainers are. They nothing's ever good enough for them, right? You gotta get in there and be perfect every single time, and apparently I'm not good enough. So I'm just trying to go through some motions. You look angry at me. Why are you angry at me?
Not angry. Gunk, just trying to understand. You know, you haven't cocked up anything that I've seen so far.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you've been around me for very long then.
There was the sniper purge, but it was an emergency.
Yeah, do you think you could give me some tips? I've seen you fight. You seem to know what you're doing.
Well, it's programmed into me. I didn't have to learn it. I had to hone it. There's a difference between the theoretical and the practical. Understand? Muscle memory. So what you've got is good. But what Quake and I can show you is better.
Do you mind?
Come, here. And he'll gonna take the gloves and set them to the side and mark off some space, and could work into like a little training montage there if you want.
Sure.
Cool.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
Awesome. Good. Was there anything else that anyone wanted to do mid transit?
I just wanted to talk to Oligo about the kids.
Oh yeah, go
really,
for it.
Because he seems to be well, he has to take Gunk under his wing, and I've got Ark, and I'm just hey, I feel like they both are so they are such kids, right? I feel like we need to watch over them.
Yeah, I mean, they might be more potential than actual ability, but I think quite a bit of potential.
Yeah, I mean, Ark has all the abilities, he just lacks the experience. And he has a mindset that I remember having myself, but it doesn't work in this world. It doesn't work for him. How old do you know Gunk, Ark?
I mean, Kunk doesn't really keep too much hidden. I think maybe that's one of the lessons he needs to learn. But I haven't known him long, but I feel like I know him well enough.
He seems to be pretty insecure.
Yeah, that's maybe to be expected. He's got a lot to learn.
No. Well, anyway, I think this might be a good crew.
Yeah, I think so. I think if we stick together, we'll get through all right.
Yeah, raise a glass to that. Yeah, let's see.
Cool, excellent. So just as things seem to be settling down for the night, a ship-wide alert goes off while you're in hyperspace. Emergency exit from hyperspace happens. And you see who's at the bridge when this happens, when you're pulled out of hyperspace. Okay, Ark. You see this skeleton, like half finished or something, Star Destroyer ship out there. It's got like these pieces, well, almost like it's been turned into a station, and it's sort of moored to like an asteroid. And there's some TIE fighters, like a whole 2 wings of them heading right towards your ship. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, we just hear Arco. Carabast.
Awesome. Good job. All right. So it's 8:37 at my time. Let's go through and do stars and wishes. And then we'll let everyone
End of
go.
session move.
Oh, yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Thank you
it's
so
the only way I
much.
get XP
Yeah.
because I never miss, okay?
Yeah, because you never
It's
miss.
just because you are too good.
And I spend luck.
All right. Let's do that thing. All right. I have lost my sheet for that. All right. Counter stuff. Okay. Did we conclude the current hunt? Heck yes. Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Oh, I would have died if that pellet had stayed in my body.
All right.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
saved.
Yes. Good job. Yeah, if you didn't have that accidental injury while repairing the ship, it would have taken longer. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
I think so.
Yeah, I think the whole Black Sun thing and
Yeah.
learning out about how much our main boss has contacts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
has the hots
Maybe.
for a LIGO. I don't know.
He's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Let's see. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? I feel like we learned
We
a
learned a
more.
lot. We learned a
Yeah.
lot about the hunters.
I
So
think
if
we all know, but Ark didn't know some of that stuff. So
Yeah.
And I think we learned a good bit of stuff about Gunk too, which was fun.
We definitely marked. If you get 1 or 2, mark 1, 3 or 4. So yeah, everyone gets 2 experience from that. Is anyone advancing? Not yet.
I shouldn't have spent luck on the
I'm
assistant.
sorry.
And we didn't do them last session, so we're actually behind because we finished one hunt before this.
Oh, well, okay. Let's do that too. All right. So you concluded that hunt. Save someone from certain death. I don't know if that was appropriate last time.
No,
Learn something new and important about the world.
probably because we were playing for the first time.
Yeah, I do think that you learned things about the hunters.
Yeah, maybe let's say we get 1 XP for the last time.
that makes sense. Yep. Cool. Thanks for remembering that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Any other business before Stars and Wishes? Good. All right. We'll start with Brian, and then we'll do Sam, and then Sabine and Rich, and then we'll work our way back in the other direction. So stars first, then wishes.
Oh, I mean, stars all around. That was a lot of fun. Got to interact with everybody. That was great. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Sam?
Should unmute myself first. I think Star was. I had a lot of good interactions. I think the one with Quake was probably my favorite. But they were all really good. So thanks, Sabine.
Awesome. Sabine?
Yeah, I'll just give out stars to everybody because it was really, I liked the interactions we had. Especially loved the interaction with Ark. I have been waiting for that ever since we created these characters. But I also loved getting to know Gunk. That was fun, and talking to Oligo. And I think this time it went a lot smoother than last time. And yeah, thank you, David, for doing
You're
this.
welcome. Yeah, my pleasure. Rich? You're muted.
Oh, I thought I unmuted myself. Oh well. Anyway, take a drink. I have a few stars. I would say Sam, like, way to jump into a game where a lot of stuff was already constructed and make a mark. I really enjoyed the trainee. Normally the trainee I've seen in Monster of the Week is very much the lovable screw up, but you play Grok as like really wants to do a big job, the best job. He wants to be the best trainee, and that was really adorable and kind of sad. So I love that. That was great. Big stars to Sabine for bringing the hurt with Quake and making Ark feel terrible. It was great. Thank you. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. It's the best. And I really enjoyed that brief scene, Brian, with Oligo just talking about like how I kind of backed into that conversation, and Oligo is very much the expert. Like, I'm going to ask questions and seek to understand, and I really enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. David, I liked. I'm going over. I'm sorry. You just always telling me so many cool like stuff. Like, I love the drawing this time around. That was really fun to see how you've drawn out the map. I'm like, oh, that's great. I want to do that. I'm gonna steal this.
Totally. I gotta find Camino now.
I just spent some time earlier, and it's not on one of my favorite maps that I have, so I'm not sure where to find it, honestly.
Cool. All right, Rich, wishes.
Wishes. Because I really felt like this isn't a wish as much as a kind of continued star. Last session, I feel like we kind of rolled over a lot of conflicts. Here, you had a lot of things kind of prepped and prepared and lots of complications, and that was super interesting. So that was a great adjustment. Like, really, really solid. Wishes. I wonder, like, there are a few things about the system I still don't quite understand. Like, what does stress and traumatized actually do? Because I didn't take any harm, but I took stress, and I'm sure it's in there somewhere, and I just kind of missed it because I'm a terrible reader. But like, I don't know what that means other than just to be tick marks. So that was one thing.
Yeah, so I don't really. I remember when you were running the bounty of the week, and I think it came up near the end about having stress or something like that. So that's why I added stress, because I was like, yeah, that sounds good. So my thought is that if you actually are traumatized, you minus one of your stats as a result of that. Okay. I don't know if that's a good decision. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just sort of like playing with it. This is the first opportunity with your character. It seemed relevant. So yeah, I don't know really.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's playtest, so I wasn't saying this is a terrible thing. It's more like I don't know what it's for, but yeah, to say it's almost like in Dungeon World, there's a disability I think you can take type deal. It sounds like you're leaning towards the stress track as being social or emotional or psychic damage that you wouldn't necessarily be calling physical harm, and it can actually affect stats. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
down for that.
and you can use the downtime to relieve that if you want to.
Now, you referred to downtime, and I know I'm just missing it. Is it on the Wraith sheet? Where is the
No,
downtime?
it's on the additional moves, like with the immediate res. So there's two. So there's an additional move sheet that I added since we started.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Maybe
it
I'll
has.
have that in PDF or something.
Yeah, I thought I sent it over, but I can.
You
thought-
probably did,
yeah.
but what I have in my, because I made a
Uh-huh.
folder for it, is
Yeah.
I have for the hunters, the design, the expert, the knight, the trainee, the veteran, and the wraith.
Right,
That's
and then
what I have.
yeah, and then there's the sheet with the basic moves, the PDF with that.
Oh, well, the for the hunters is what has the
Right.
basic moves for me. Is it on there somewhere? And I just
Yeah,
missed
so
it?
if you scroll through that, and maybe I didn't get to you on that, but there's the basic moves, the two sheets, and then there's a third one, and then there's the information on the bounty hunter guild stuff. Yeah, so I can resend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't see it. And then the last question.
It's in a
I'm
later
sorry.
email.
Yeah.
The sheet is in a later email.
Yep.
Oh,
I
okay.
found it. I just found it.
Thank
Cool. Perfect. Thank you. I'll go grab it.
you.
So what do we do with the pay? Like that's the last
Yep.
piece. And I love the idea, right? Because why hunt bounties for fun? You
Yep.
should get paid. So I love that
Yep.
you put that in. I'm not connecting the dots on what we
Yeah,
actually
so
do with the pay. what the
Exactly.
cycle is.
So what you can do with that is you can actually spend it sort of abstractly and say, oh, like, we got this equipment or whatever. I gave examples in there of what you could potentially spend on it.
Okay, so like payment options, smaller inexpensive weapons, supplies may include a switch.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
this is kind of like a modified version of Impulse Drive, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
A lot of
cool.
the
I
ship
get it.
stuff is from there, as well as because I've been playing Scum and Villainy recently. I've been sort of thinking about that too. So it's sort of an abstracted because I don't really know that we need to worry about going and paying a specific amount of money for something, just sort of a range.
Yeah, that's good. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, because like you said, oh, this is a mid-level, and I was
Yep.
like, oh, does that mean the ×4 light? Yeah, okay, good. That's
Yep,
good.
so
Those are all mine.
Yeah, so you have two mid-levels, and I think that you had talked about what you're going to spend the first one on, but I don't remember if we actually took care of it or not.
Okay, something
Yeah.
we can just brush up in the next 2
Yep.
weeks.
Yep.
I am done. Thank you so much for letting me
You're
get
welcome.
on. Sorry.
Thank you, Rich. Sabine, any wishes? I think you're muted. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I wish I wouldn't click around and look for things, and then suddenly it's my turn and I have to find the button to unmute. And I usually talk to myself when I'm looking for the button to unmute. So yeah, wishes. I would like to have a bit of a real all-out firefight or something, because right now we have had we had a bit of a fight today, but not a lot.
Mhm.
And I like fights, and I really want to have a fight, and I want to wear my armor in the fight, but that's just me. It's fine. It's just a wish. And also I want to have more scenes with Ark and Gunk and Oligo, please.
Okay.
And fights. Okay, I guess I need more.
Maybe we should all just fight each other.
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh, maybe
Hey,
not.
I really love the scene in the infirmary, like that with all the characters there, like that was a really like tense sort of fight, right? But like, what do we do with this thing, right? So great job there. All right. Anything else? More fighting. All right. Sam.
Yeah, more drama. Sorry.
Okay.
Wishes. I think the big one that I was thinking, I've seen big magic get used very, very well in Monster of the Week. And I don't know that I got that impression from how it got used in this session. So I don't know if that's necessarily a need. Some of the options need to get updated to make more sense for when you would actually use the big tech or something like that. But it didn't feel as punchy as I've kind of seen from Monster of the Week version. And then I guess the other wish is that I want to get more tied to the rest of the crew because I've only had one session. So
Cool. Yeah. So like, I don't have a lot of experience actually playing Monster of the Week, so I'd love to talk to you outside of this and anyone else, Rich, or anyone else too. Just say like, how can we make things like that better, right? For this sort of world. Yeah, I'd love to talk to you more about that. Thank you. And Brian, any wishes?
Well, one wish I just realized I have is I wish whoever made these sheets had put a place to track your improvements, because you actually need to know how many you've gotten, and that is not on here. So
What do you mean improvements?
you need to know when you've taken 5 improvements, because then you can start taking advanced improvements. And there's no place on this. There's no place on this character sheet to actually.
Listen, I can drop a line to that guy. He does pretty good work and fast, so I'll see what we can do.
Okay. So yeah, that's one I just noticed. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. Just more the same. I think we're. I really enjoyed the session, so yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. This is going to help. And again, any other comments, whenever, feel free to email me. So we're scheduled to play in about 2 weeks, I believe, for the last session. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it already. I'm burning through season 4 of Clone Wars as fast as I can. So yeah, thank you all very much. I really enjoyed all the scenes that we had. The firefight on the way between your ship and the hospital was awesome with the IG model and everything. There's a lot of tension there. Love how the trainee is just really digging into that. The captain is just like this smooth operator guy who just got his handle on everything and was coming to him for advice. The clones, great camaraderie, and like Art like willing to sacrifice himself. Like there's like some really great dramatic moments in there. And unless you can talk yourself out of the TIE fighter battle, you're probably going to have a fight. So, yay. All right. So think about updates to your ship when you have an opportunity with all of your monies. It looks like you're going to be needing some more weapons at some point. Anything else? All right. Thank you all. May the force be with you, and we'll play with you again soon. Thank you. Spinning Gauntlet Hangouts game, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.